This is 7 National News, and in our top story, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, has stated that the Arab Social Media Influencers Summit has provided a platform for innovative ideas and is helping to establish a new phase in the evolution of social media. His Highness also added that the summit, with its varied themes, offers the means by which these channels of interaction can be transformed from a mere hobby to an integrated work system that combines influencers, experts, and funding sources. However, His Highness pointed out that social media is still at the beginning of this journey of transformation, and much development can be expected in the coming years. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed made his comments and observations during the Arab Social Media Influencers Award ceremony, taking place to honor the positive contributions in social media in the Arab world. The awards ceremony was also attended by His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Crown Prince of Dubai, and His Highness Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Deputy Ruler of Dubai, as well as other government officials and dignitaries. The Arab Social Media Influencers Awards recognizes winners at the institutional level for CSR activities, blogs, youth and social media, online shopping, tourism, education, and a host of individuals that have influenced social media, as well as numerous other categories. The committee for the awards stated that nominations were submitted from 22 countries, of which 77% were Arab countries. The UAE, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia figured top in the list of countries with the largest number of participation in all the categories. Institutional participation for the award was the greatest from the UAE, while the largest number of individuals participated from Saudi Arabia. The UAE Red Crescent Authority has offered 1.288 million dirhams worth of relief materials to 2,000 Albanian families affected by floods triggered by heavy rains across 4 districts in Albania. Floods in south and southeast of Albania have damaged roads, bridges, farms, and other essential infrastructure, including a power station in several Albanian cities and villages, leaving some communities without electricity and drinking water. Humaid Rashid Al-Shamsi, RCA's Deputy Secretary General for International Aid, was quoted in Emirates News Agency, WAM, stating that humanitarian aid organizations in Tirana, including the RCA office there, are appealing for emergency relief assistance required by the people affected by floods in Albania and who were evacuated to safer areas. He added that the RCA office in Tirana has already distributed food, blankets, and winter clothes to those affected. With federal regulations by the General Civil Aviation Authority controlling the use of unmanned aerial vehicles expected to be released next month, the Director General of the Dubai Judicial Institute has called for clear regulations such as flying zones, sizes, and weight of the technology. In light of the emerging use of drone technology for both civilian and commercial purposes in the UAE, Judge Dr. Jamal Hussein Al Sumeti, the Director General of the Institute, held a seminar titled Robots and Drones. Although Dr. Sumeti does not play a direct role in drafting the upcoming regulations, it was recommended that the rules should be similar to those practiced outside the UAE. The seminar discussed the legislations of the German Aviation Act, which identifies the civil drones as an aircraft and requires special permits to fly for both recreational and commercial purposes, should the drone weigh more than 5 kilograms. During the discussions, Dr. Al-Sumeti said that similar restrictions coupled with minimum distance from no flying zones or sensitive areas, age limit, and training requirements will be useful in preventing the misuse of the technology. The move for federal regulations comes following the temporary closure of Dubai International Airport in January as a result of a violation of the airport's airspace by a drone. Commenting on the penalties for similar violations, the Director General stated that the heavy fines will be ranging from 10,000 dirhams to 100,000 dirhams and they could ensure aviation safety and security.
Definitely, there should be some regulation related to the age, to the weight, to the zones. Also, some specification related to training, for example. This is actually best practice because you cannot put somebody in custody as long as it is use that innocent use for that. But if when you talk to any kind of committing a crime, like using those objects to surveillance for some like governmental sectors, military, those things, then it's another issue. But the main fine will be is kind of fine. It will not. It's going to be any 10,000 maybe, or maybe 100,000, something like that. Yani.
The 16th edition of the World Conference on Tobacco or Health officially got underway on Tuesday, with medical experts discussing topics ranging from tobacco industry, litigation and interference, tighter regulations and usage of electronic cigarettes, among others. At a press meeting on the sidelines of the conference held under the theme Tobacco and Non-Communicable Diseases, NCDs, representatives of the World Health Organization revealed that tobacco usage in all its forms is the greatest risk factor contributing to the occurrence of diseases like cancer, cardiovascular problems, lung disease, and diabetes. Medical experts and leaders highlighted that tobacco consumption now causes 1 in 6 of all NCD deaths and up to half of current tobacco-related diseases. The organizers of the World Conference emphasized that this is the first time the global medical community has focused on this direct link between tobacco usage and NCDs. Talking about the significance of holding the World Tobacco Conference in the UAE and the Middle East region for the first time, the Director of Public Health at the Health Authority Abu Dhabi, Dr. Farid Al-Husseini, stated that this shows that the UAE is committed to global efforts in reducing tobacco usage.
We are today happy to announce the hosting of the World Tobacco Conference in Abu Dhabi, and this is really an example of the government commitment towards tobacco control strategies. As you know, that the UAE law was established in 2009, and it has really included a comprehensive measures of tobacco control in the UAE. The bylaw was issued in 2012 that is really also enforcing the elements of the law that talks about the restricting the access to tobacco and ensuring an environment free from tobacco, and also supporting of people who are smokers to have access to tobacco cessation services in UAE.
Well, there are 4 major non-communicable diseases that the WHO is concerned about. They are cancer, they are heart disease, there are respiratory diseases, and there are diabetes. Unfortunately, tobacco is implicated in all 4 of those diseases in terms of the complications, in terms of the ill health, and in terms of the deaths that are caused by tobacco. The cancers, lung cancer, about 70 to 75% of all lung cancers in the world are caused by tobacco. Indeed, if you talk to many old-timer doctors and you read their reports, many doctors had never seen issues of lung cancer until such time as tobacco became a big product and a big problem around the world.
During the 5-day conference being organized between 17th to the 21st of March in Abu Dhabi Exhibition Center, experts within the medical fraternity will be presenting the latest developments in tobacco usage with particular reference to challenges in the Middle East. Furthermore, the conference will feature plenary sessions and symposia that showcases the latest science and policy discussions across a range of tobacco control issues. The World Tobacco Conference occurs every 3 years and attracts around 3,000 delegates from around the world.
I'm very happy to be here at the Anti-Tobacco World Tobacco Conference here, especially for the fact that it is in Abu Dhabi. It's very important for us to have this conference in the region because the whole region suffers from smoking. Certainly in my country, Jordan, we have a third of our population smokes, be it the traditional cigarette or the shisha. And I think it's very important that this conference is also bringing about the curse of the shisha, because it has certainly invaded our region in a bigger way for the past, I would say, in the past 5 to 10 years. And the unfortunate part is that people have no idea that it is a harmful product, that it is a tobacco product.
As a result of our increased usage of digital technology and sharing of sensitive information on smart devices, 51% users in the UAE have experienced financial threat. That's according to a new report by Kaspersky Lab, which also identified cyberbullying as a threat for children. At a press conference, security analyst and researcher from Kaspersky Lab revealed the findings of their report titled Consumer Security Risks Survey 2014, which stated that 92% of smartphone or digital technology users in the UAE store sensitive information on their smart devices. It was added that as a result of a multi-device world that we live in, we have also exposed ourselves to hidden dangers that could have an adverse effect on privacy, with 56% of their survey respondents showing concerns about being spied. Among other major issues and the report highlighted was the emergence of ransomware, which results in the malware requesting financial transfers to retrieve stolen data. Whilst revealing the data of their security solutions, Mohammed Hasbini from Kaspersky Lab stated that they recorded 500,000 malware attacks globally in February 2014. It was added that extra management is required to protect our digital data, and according to their estimates, 4.3 million cyber attacks were blocked in the UAE in February 2015, a significant rise over 1.8 million attacks blocked in February 2014.
At Kaspersky, we are now detecting around 325,000 malicious files every day, and our users, of course, are protected from these, from all of these through the dynamic updates. And we are also detecting around 28,000 mobile malware per month. So we're specifically talking about Android mobile malware because you can install applications from outside the device or outside the Play Store. And these are able to do all sorts of bad activities. They can steal your files, they can encrypt your files, they can monitor your camera activities, which is quite a big issue. We need more awareness. Our region is more advanced than other regions in the internet penetration and in following up on these amazing technologies which help us in advancing our lives and doing things a lot more easier. But of course, threats do come with these services, and we also need to be more aware about what is happening online to better protect ourselves.
The survey also revealed 60% of 3 to 4-year-olds in the country have access to smartphones, which exposes them to threats of cyberbullying. Speaking during the press conference, renowned psychologist Dr. Samina Shaheen highlighted the devastating psychological damage cyberbullying can have on young children. Whilst the connection to the digital world has its benefits, parental control is essential for protecting the children from cyberbullying, as globally an average of 98% incidents go unreported. Dr. Shaheen emphasized on her belief that one child suffering from cyberbullying is one child too many.
One child is one child too many applies to all kinds of bullying, but cyberbullying is of greater concern at the moment because of the nature of cyberbullying. So the bully is often anonymous, or even if they're known, they're able to round up more than 60, 70 kids in seconds with the horrible messages that they send. We all need to come together to raise awareness and to have strategies in place to deal with it confront it when it does happen and prevent it in the long term. And that means we need parents involved, schools involved, the community involved, as well as technological tools and security software systems in place so that the more tools we have, the more solutions we have.
And finally, in the bulletin, the region's first hop-on, hop-off trolley system in downtown Dubai, which also features the world's first hydrogen-powered trolley trams, is currently being tested following the delivery of the first trolley tram at Mohammed bin Rashid Boulevard. Introducing the new form of transit, Airmad Properties expects it to become another popular visitor attraction and a convenient mode of transit in Dubai downtown. The hydrogen and electric-powered trolley tram is being assembled on site, with testing and commissioning to be undertaken shortly. Work on the elegantly designed Dubai trolley stations is also progressing as per schedule and will eventually span 7 kilometers across the entire breadth of the 500-acre downtown Dubai. The trolley's first phase will connect visitors and residents over a distance of 1 kilometer, passing by some of the world's most iconic landmarks, including Burj Khalifa, the Dubai Mall, the Dubai Fountain, Souk al-Bahar, and Mohammed bin Rashid Boulevard. The imported double-decker trolley trams have been specially designed for Airmad and have been decorated in bright red with gold pinstripes and green trim colors, with each double-decker trolley tram able to carry 74 passengers in either air-conditioned seating or on the top deck.